This content is for 18 plus mature audiences only. Expect explicit language, violence, and potentially unpleasant descriptions. Take breaks if needed for your mental health because your well-being matters. Now please welcome the cast and crew of the Wednesday Night Revival.
I put it up for you in Dirt Chat.
Hello.
Hello and welcome, my friends. What you can say, Ref?
Sorry, I just found a supreme health potion. It's 10d4 inside of it.
Hey,
Nice.
great start. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new show, Roll for Respawn, or Roll for Respawn.
What?
Good night, Wednesday Night Revival. I'm having a stroke.
Welcome to our new show on Roll for Respawn.
There it is. Thank you. This is not our confirmed campaign. What we're going to be doing for the next few weeks, probably for the next few months actually, is try out different game types, tabletop RPGs, to see what we want to do next for our Wednesday campaign. I'll be the keeper or dungeon master for the first game, Monster of the Week. These are my lovely hunters or huntees, depending on how they want things to go. Hopefully they don't want things to go that way, but we shall see.
I specifically said I wanted to be the villain.
Well,
Are we just ignoring that now?
Yes. Sorry, I don't trust anyone that are named Carl generally.
Well,
But for those of you that are unaware,
My bit.
for those of you that are unfamiliar with Monster of the Week, it is a evil hat system. It is a lot of fun. It's very similar to Buffy the Vampire Slayer or Supernatural, the show. A monster comes in, they find clues, monster attacks again, they try to solve it. They can either destroy the monster outright or try to find a more peaceful way of doing it. It's truly up to them and the clues they're able to find. And with that, Tony, would you be all right to kind of introduce your character and kind of give us a feel for what the party might be getting into tonight?
Yeah. So I am playing Sage Maldonado. They, them. Sage is about 40 years old. Lives in what used to be a derelict, abandoned lighthouse. Now it's not abandoned because they live there. And they're working on fixing it up. And to fund that, they do ghost tours on the weekend, where they show gullible tourists, spooky places, and it helps them pay their bills. They're pretty good at storytelling and a few other things. If you know much about Monster of the Week, the class or the playbook that I'm working with is the Pararomantic. So, what do you think, Brett? Do I need to give more, or are
That's
we good
perfect.
there?
That is perfect. All right, let's hot potato it over to Blood if he'd be willing.
Yeah, I am Playlist King, and I'm going to be playing Minerva Wilson. She, her, the mundane. And Minerva is, oh, that's very loud on my end. One moment. This track is very all over in volume. Anyway.
We have what we have. It's fine.
Listen, I made everything
Rolling up
very
the
pretty
cobwebs.
on stream. The audio is I made very pretty stuff. Look at the pretty backgrounds, guys.
Tis very pretty. Tis very pretty.
But yeah, so she is a journalism student doing a work study in the area, and is kind of just vibing around. They have more of a goth, punk aesthetic to them, contrary to their happily bubbly personality.
Awesome. Thank you.
I say, should we? I just realized something. There are some connections that will become painfully obvious very quick. Should we reveal some of those early on?
I say that the story kind of let that unfold itself.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's bring it straight on down to Darkness, if you'd be willing to introduce your character and yourself.
Okay, I am Darkness. I will be playing Deidre Phoenix in this game. I am the Hex, and kind of a messy divorce led me down the road to where I became the Hex. And I think you will find that out as we go. Or what were you saying, Brett?
I said that was perfect. Thank you.
Awesome.
right.
On to Carl.
Oh, that's me.
That is you.
That is you.
You have a whole nice nameplate and everything.
Yeah. I'm dying.
Don't do
Don't.
that.
No, that's Carl.
Oh.
No, yeah, I don't have a weird cough thing going on. I'm just really in character. The character that I finalized 30 seconds ago. I am playing Carl the Spooky. Don't make faces, Tony. Yeah, I see things. Sometimes they're there. And
They see dead people.
I see dead people.
We
Hine, for the Carl. Did Bright go?
Bright has not gone. Bright, if you'd be willing
Do
to.
you want to go?
Maybe just a little bit.
I can go twice.
Okay, you know what? I think
just take the pressure off.
All right, so I'm playing Carl.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I'm Bright. I'm gonna be playing Jolene Strata. She uses she/her pronouns, and we are playing the Monstrous, which is gonna be really cool. I think that's it, right? She's kind of just like a basic, casual Jersey Shore girl, minus the orange. So yeah.
Speaking of location, this is taking place in time around the 1990s to early 2000s in a parallel world to ours. Some things are different, but I'll get to that in a moment. I will say before we officially get started that any people or locations that might be referenced are meant to be fictional. No one here is referenced specifically to anyone we might be aware of or, know in this particular area. And now comes the fun part. I am a bit of an over-preparer, and now I need to roll a d6 to see which heist they're going to be doing or which hunt they're going to be doing. Because I got a little too excited.
I love how you keep calling them heists.
Listen, I'm really upset I wasn't a part of that pigeon game. I really wanted to be a part of it, and I just wasn't able to participate, and I was so heartbroken.
For the record, you were a part of it for all of negative time.
Negative time.
Hey,
Okay.
Actually,
you
I
gave me a
think it
chance
was
to play a game that I had negative time to prepare for.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Okay. Does everyone have anything else to say before we get started?
I would like to roll to Dick Punch.
No.
No.
Brett's not a character. Brett's every NPC, so you're going to be rolling a lot if that's the case.
History is one of my favorite subjects for those of you that know me, and one of the things that is my favorite thing about it is that it's all about perspective. Winners, losers, who invented the thing first, how did they come to that conclusion? It's a wonderful tapestry of what things are, but it lets you think how things could have been, which is why we have so much, historical fan fiction, also called history literature. It's absolutely beautiful the way the mind understands things. Mythologies from Christian to pagan to Judic are all important because they tell how people thought and how people saw how the world worked. And sorry, I'm about to get sentimental. It's important to remember that everyone has the entitlement to their beliefs. And if this is what you wish to believe to be the truth, then it will be. If it isn't, that's up to you. It is late in the evening. The beginning of leaves are falling on the few trees that are on this busy little nook right on the harbor. Most of the shops have closed down by this time of night, and of course the dog has to go out as soon as I start monologuing. People are heading back home. People are closing up shops. It's rather chilly for it being early September. A cold chill and fog has gone over, as it was raining earlier today. As it being the weekend right before school's going to start in the local district, all the kids are rushing home as quick as they can. College and, pubescent all the same. Someone, however, is taking their sweet time trying to get to the bus stop. Last bus leaves at midnight. Currently 11:45. They trip and fall, loose shoelace after a busy day of enjoying the many wonders that this dog gives. Then all the lights begin to flicker. They get a chill down their back. They quickly tie their shoe and try to get to a spot where the lights, aren't freaking out. But the quicker they move, the more of them almost as if the light bulb is starting. They get to a point at the bus stop. They sit there, and it is one covering with rain, so they just kind of curl up and try to look to see if there's anything there. Naturally, there's nothing. Monsters don't exist. The world is safe. And then they hear an unsettling snarl. And, as if a shadow and a silhouette from the light of the lighthouse in the distance, they are separated top from bottom, quickly and graphically. They do not feel it. That's probably for a good thing. Morning breaks. Minerva, you get a phone call.
Okay.
It's 5:30 in the morning.
Oh.
What are you doing at 5:30 in the morning? This is not a normal phone call. Like, your alarm clock did not get off. You have because of your line of work, you have, a phone plugged in right next to your bed, just in cases.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think she'd most definitely kind of like answering, hello?
Hello, are you Miss Wilson?
That's me. Yeah, could I ask?
Hi. My name is Deputy Thomas, and it looks like you are the person we're supposed to contact for a Tabitha Jones. Tabitha Jones is your roommate. You've been living with them for the past 6-7 months, as you are now both going to the same campus. They're a bit younger than you, and getting really excited into the new age of graphic marketing. They're really, really excited. Very, very perky, very, very energetic.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of color, though, which is a little cringe for you, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, did she get in trouble? Or...
I'm sorry to, inform you of this, Miss Wilson, but, she's dead.
Huh?
There's a quick conversation where he gives you some of the details and asks you some of the questions as if you might be a suspect. Though, what did Minerva do this last evening?
Last night. Probably working on a couple of edits for a project that's due before they get back into classes.
Okay.
But otherwise, because it's just like a in between semester break, or is it?
Summer break is ending this week.
Okay.
Yeah.
In that case, they were probably working on more of a story for their like part-time gig, internship job.
Okay.
Just doing edits over that.
You work for the local newspaper, The Anchor, and you are one of just their junior editors at the moment, just trying to get a hold of, any sort of money at this,
Yeah.
at this point in your life.
Yeah.
They give you the details. They ask for you to get in contact with their parents, as they do not have that contact information on their person, as apparently, their lower half is missing.
Oh, okay. When you say missing. Right. Okay.
Silence. Just uncomfortable silence.
Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, I will do that.
I'm sorry to interrupt your morning, but I have to go. Paperwork to do.
Obviously. Yeah, sure. Click. Immediately, I think, they are... Well, no, this is early 2000s. Nothing would be online or anything like that yet.
Really? I will say, given the address that, given the place where they're found, you know that bus stop. It's the bus stop right before where the tours begin of your weird Funkles.
My weird ankles. Yeah.
Yeah.
My ankles place. I think I honestly have to go visit them real quick.
Okay.
Just to like casually get a look at where this went down. After I get, not me, because I'm not dealing with telling somebody's parents that they're dead. That sounds like a cop job, but I can sure forward the information to said cops.
Absolutely. I'll say you did that during the phone call with Deputy Thomas.
Yeah.
Um,
And then just like hopping on my bike and heading that way.
Okay. It's not a very long drive, maybe 30 minutes.
You're not a very long drive.
Okay. Well, it's morning traffic on the coast, sir. I don't know what you want from me.
I have a motorcycle,
Normally it'd be 15 minutes.
I can. Let's face it. I could veer in between people. It's a motorcycle.
Sure.
I don't
You know what?
recommend driving unsafely on a motorcycle.
You know what? Let's make this a rule. I want you to
say. Not as I do.
I want you to roll a cool check to see how well you're able to
Lovely.
act under pressure and drive to your relative's place safely or unsafely.
Safely, unsafely, potato.
Sure. For those of you that are unaware, Monster of the Week is a 2d6 system. 6 and below is a failure, 7 to 12 is a success. Depending on how close you are to 12 is more of a critical success. So you know.
That is literally a 7, just flat 7. Where is
Flat
my
7.
cool? Where is my cool? Where is my cool? It's
Gone.
0. Yeah, so.
It's a 0? Okay. Good news. You don't get a ticket and you don't hit anybody.
Yay!
It's a very low minimum, but what you weren't expecting, and to make sure I'm doing this right, I am going to pull up the document. So, on a 7 to 9, I give you a worse outcome, a hard choice, or a price to pay. You're able to get there without those two things, but you either ding up your paint job a little bit for your motorcycle, or you lose one of your rearview mirrors. Because there's a bit of one of those cobblestone roads that have not been replaced yet, because it's culture.
Neither of those sound very appeasing, but a scratch is easier to fix than buying a whole new thing.
Yes, because that also might get you a ticket next time, so... Okay. As you are motorcycling, helmet on, because safety first.
Of course.
Of course, yeah. Let's head over to Sage. It's bright early in the morning. What is Sage's routine?
Yeah.
What's their vibe?
Sage's vibe, I think they'll start. They've been up for a while. I think. A black coffee, a small mug. That way it stays warm. But there are, I think, empty, forgotten mugs that they just leave around. Because sometimes it's a day before they realize where they've set their coffee down. You got to start the day with a good breakfast. Cottage cheese and peanut butter mixed together. If you're feeling fancy, a little bit of jelly on top.
Sure.
Otherwise, read the morning paper, slippers. I think today's coveralls day. So they've got their one of many blue and white striped shirts with coveralls over the top. I think that's the goal for today is probably to get some more work done on the lighthouse. There are still pieces, like it's still slightly actively falling apart as they try to fix it. The other night, a storm came by and took off part of it's not siding, I don't think, but basically siding something off the side of the lighthouse, and they've got to get some supplies and fix it.
It's not a cheap process either. Renovating an old building, I'm assuming you're trying to renovate it to what it once was. You're trying to modernize it.
They don't have enough money to historically renovate it. They're just going for functional and not the worst, right?
Right.
And custom parts for lighthouses aren't really easy to come by either, so it's a lot of fabrication.
You take your stuff, wash your face as you normally do. You step outside. Newspaper boy comes by and flies the newspaper so you can read it once you're done taking your lunch break, as you probably do regularly. It's a beautiful morning. A little bit of fog, but you can see the sun rising. Picture perfect. Getting ready, and then you hear the roaring sound of a motorcycle. Going a little too fast for 6 in the morning. You look over
Sage.
and... Go ahead.
I was going to say, Sage will pull another coffee mug out of the cabinet and set it by the coffee pot. Bernice probably... they're old enough to be drinking coffee, really. It's fine.
Yeah.
Feels like they were just, itty bitty, so this is weird, but, it's fine. And there's a disapproving glare a little bit as the motorcycle comes roaring up.
As you are getting up, I will say, Jolene, motorcycles are loud. How would you wake up, and where are you at this moment / situation / circumstance?
I would love to answer that, but I need to go get our dog from outside, or else he's not going to stop barking.
Great. It's always something.
It's okay.
Thank you for the
Why don't
Andrew
you
fit until he got in my arms.
Why don't you describe what your characters look like while we're waiting? Never mind.
Not long to wait. It's good.
Not that long of a wait.
Say
He's
you're
your
back.
son. Hello, I am back. Pardon the that.
That.
So what is yeah. So Jolene doesn't sleep really. She kind of will just like walk around like from like the back of the lighthouse and or like up from the shore line, and she'd just be like oh hey Minerva, how you doing?
Hi, hey Joe.
Minerva. When you stop your motorcycle, this person pops out of nowhere. You've seen them before, and they hang out around Sage a bunch. But you swear you don't hear their footfalls. Ever. They're one of those people.
Just really light-footed.
Yes.
Like ninja up on everybody.
Ah. Almost like you spotted a ghost every time you see them.
Yeah. Hey Joe. Y'all didn't hear anything last night, did you?
I don't think so. Why? What's going on?
I'm guessing, like, from here, would they be able to see, like, where the scene is probably, like, still cordoned off? Or no?
If they're looking in that direction, yes, but the lighthouse, it's facing the front door is up, like, you have to walk around the lighthouse to actually see, yeah, so, there was a bunch of police sirens earlier, Jolene, so you heard noise, unless you went and investigated it, it's the end of summer break, and there are police cars. It could be anything. It could be, theft. It could be vandalism. It could be anything.
I mean, like, I saw the sirens, but I figured it was just another frat party, like, reinitiating the semester, how it usually goes.
If only.
Why? What happened?
My
Here, why don't we walk and talk and go inside?
Yeah, my roommate got murdered.
Whoa, kiddo.
That's a lot.
Sage is gonna immediately go in for a hug. I think they're pretty plump. So they've got a very cushy hug going on. Yeah, let's get you.
Yeah, that's what I woke up to.
Did you get anything to eat yet?
I was mostly coming here to see if I could, because it's over.
I hear you. Yeah. Food first. Joe, you want anything?
Probably.
Just some coffee.
All right, you know where the mugs are.
Yeah. She'll go over to the kitchen and grab some.
Sage, I think, is going to fry up some quick eggs and toast.
Mm-hmm.
Probably there's a little bit of like sausage patties.
Yeah.
They'll actually make like a breakfast sandwich, so it's on the go.
Mm-hmm.
In case Minerva tries to take off.
I'm gonna say
All right.
probably Minerva has learned their lesson from trying to like shoehorn their way into an active investigation scene because of the last time they've probably done it.
Probably.
All right, kiddo. Wait, you want to go check out the scene?
I don't know because they said she was missing half of her.
And that's something you want to see.
No. But also, like, what can even do that? Like, what?
I mean,
if you want, I can take your camera and sneak past them and get a couple shots for you.
look, kiddo, you went through like your bear safety courses, right? You know bears will do crazy stuff when they're hungry enough.
Yeah, but she wasn't anywhere near any of the rural parts last night.
I've seen bears in downtown before. If they get desperate enough, they'll go for it.
That's right.
In the middle of summer, though?
Look, I don't pretend to know, but wildlife is pretty crazy out here.
The fact that I just realized that Rev has horns on.
Rev saw my antenna and went for horns.
Actually, no, it wasn't that. It was unrelated.
Okay.
I found my bucket full of pins, and my horns were in it.
I'm sorry, that just
Don't
like
worry.
popped out in my face. I was like, he's
I also have a button that says cocaine.
That's great for the bears.
He's a cocaine bear. Oh no.
All right, kid. If
I don't quite know what I'm supposed to do. Because, like, obviously, I have to figure out why. Also, how. Like, yeah,
what?
I just don't know what, if I should. Because last time I got on scene, I just kind of got kicked off and trespassed.
Yeah, they told me not to let you around their stuff anymore. I could go maybe ask them, see if they know what caused the death.
I mean, missing her lower half is kind of a good one. Joe, are you serious about taking my camera?
Yeah.
You wouldn't mind?
No, not at all. It's not the worst thing I've seen. I mean, kind of living near the harbor will do that for you, you know?
Yeah, I think if, like I said, if it's not too much trouble,
Not
that'd
at
be
all,
amazing.
honey. Yeah, you're fine. Just let me know where it is and how it works, and then I'll do my best.
Yeah, and I'll just like run her through a real quick tutorial of how my camera works and that.
All right, yeah.
And make sure to like keep it a little bit in the dark while it's like getting done, because it'll screw some things up if
Yeah.
you know. Yeah. Thank you again.
Yeah, no problem. So I'll take the camera from them. I'll be like, I'll be back while you two catch up, and then I'll be back, so that way they don't leave with everything by the time I get there. So walk out the door.
While you two are Sage, as you're trying to calm down your niece, Jolene, how are you planning on getting close enough to see this crime scene? It's not a terribly long walk for you to get over to there, but in the rising sun, it's easy to see the silhouette of a person, as you're walking towards them.
I guess my main question is, when I have objects or am holding an object on me, are they considered part of my person? Please say yes.
Say so. I mean, it's
Please
not
say
unless it's like a long dangly bag that you're trying to like run with. But if like you're holding something in your hand that can be held in your hands like easily, sure.
Okay, cool. Because what I was planning on doing was using my incorporeal form and going under the people and the tape, to then like get pictures, like kind of sneaky from below.
Just
Okay.
Yep.
Like you're
I
clipping
can't-
out of bounds in a game.
I can't walk through people, but I can walk through solid objects, and the ground is a solid object.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Are you doing this
Jolene comes
through
from
like
below.
the road that's there that leads like to the sewer system, or are you just going like straight through the ground?
Whichever is easier. I honestly just thought it was like a street, so I was just like, cool, under the street and into the crime
Well,
scene.
yeah, but that's where the sewers. So I was asking.
Gotcha. Yeah, I'll go through the sewers.
Okay. I'm going down there. Whip. You can't smell anything, but you go through. Carl.
Yes.
You were just trying to enjoy a relaxing morning run, like your therapist's been telling you to do so. And then, as you're just doing your lap near the lighthouse, you see a woman through the ground. How do you take it?
Okay.
She's gone. Nothing's there. Everything is still there. The sky is still the right color. The sun's correct. Like, the water isn't blood. Like, everything looks fine. Just, there was someone, and they just went spectator mode or Minecraft. Except Minecraft doesn't exist yet.
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, this is Sage's place. I guess I should stop in and see if that was supposed to be there.
It is a little early for a tour to ask him about this sort of thing. You don't even know if he's up, unless you think, Sage, that you'd hang out with Carl and he'd help with renovations, anything like that in the early morning, just to keep.
Well, I don't care if Sage is up. Either he's gonna be up, or either they're gonna be up, or they're gonna be up in a minute.
Well then.
Gotta love that northern hospitality.
And I'm gonna give a good sturdy, like, what has been described to me when I've done it as a cop knock.
The smell of sizzling sausage and breakfast is cooking. And you guys are talking as you're...
Sage is going to look over at Minerva.
Not me this time.
Minerva, there's some work to do in the back room. I'll take care of it.
Okay.
I did. If you wouldn't mind dusting the showroom, by the way, while you're, that'd be great.
Yeah, just one of your rags, or...
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just take one from the kitchen. It's fine.
Yeah. I'll go, like, disappear back and start dusting things off.
Sage will open the door, mug of coffee, fresh and steaming, in their hand. Morning, Carl. How's it?
Were you supposed to have a dead person? There was a person that...
Was I supposed to have a debt? Carl, have you been taking your medications?
The green ones? Yeah. Listen, I was on my run, and then there was a person, but then they weren't there.
Question, wait.
Yeah.
Did you grab breakfast before your run?
No.
Carl, running empty like that ain't good for you. Don't worry, made an extra breakfast sandwich.
Okay.
It's already wrapped up in some paper.
Yeah, do you mind if I come in?
Yeah, I mean,
no, it's cool.
It's a weird time right now. The kiddo, my niece Minerva, you know Minerva.
Yeah.
Their roommate died last night.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Did I get a good enough look that I could describe the person?
I mean, I would say so.
Yeah, so I'm gonna describe the potential dead person. Be like, does it sound like it could be them?
Who they're referencing is
your
an
dead person?
Jolene.
Dead person?
I mean,
Jolene is dressed almost exactly like I am right now as well. Like,
Green flannel, orange shirt.
yeah, I was like, I'll cosplay tonight.
Yeah.
I will say it's what time of year is it?
Late summer, beginning of fall.
Yeah, it's early fall in the Northeast. Green flannel, orange shirt really doesn't narrow it down too much. I mean, I know some people like that, but I don't know any of them really can phase through the ground. Is that what you were saying?
Yeah, that's the part that got me.
I don't know. I don't know too much about it, to be honest with you. But it seems like everybody's having a hard day.
I've never had a hard day affect my ability to stay above the ground.
No, that's not what I was talking about, Carl.
Okay, yeah.
Carl, how long we been friends now?
20 minutes?
You know it's longer than that, Carl. You know it's longer than that. Closer to 20 years and 20 minutes.
Well,
Right.
you know.
So you knew me back when I was married.
I will say, as a part of the world lore, all adults out of high school do have to serve at least 5 years in the military. You guys could have met then or during your time during that. Could have been any time.
We talked about it. We've
hashed it out.
Sure.
Two
I'm just,
messages of planning into this.
It's the audience. I'm just like the audience, like the way they feel involved. Especially our viewer, you. You're doing good.
We hate you.
No.
You specifically.
No.
Okay, but
Not you.
youth
You
favorite.
move out of the way. You.
Okay, just leave.
Anyway. Look, Carl, did you do your count to tens?
Yeah.
Okay.
They were either dead or they weren't there. So, I mean,
As
Yeah,
this is
could've
going
been.
on, let's go back to Jolene. I need you so your ability to glitch out of the game. What are the exact how is it written? If you would be willing to share.
it says you may move freely through solid objects, but not people.
Okay. I'm going to need you to roll act under pressure to try and take photos and not get caught for me.
Ooh, cool. This is 2d6. Oh wait, hold on. I gotta put one of these back. Because I wanted the cooler color. 7 total.
Okay. It happens, but there's a consequence. 1. I'm going to give you 2 options for consequences like I gave our good friend Minerva here.
Okay.
The camera gets damaged as you're popping in, so you're only able to take 3 decent photos.
The other one.
The other one.
I don't want to hurt the camera. It's not mine.
the other one, the camera explodes spontaneously.
No.
I gave up one of my weapons for this camera. Please no.
As you are going towards the body, you will see this part of the spirit, and you'll learn information, but it will not be helpful. Those are the 2.
I'll take the second one, yeah, for sure.
Okay. As you are you are able to take a few photos and apparently not get seen, to your knowledge. As you get close, you see the last few hints of the spirit lingering, waiting for it to be picked up by the Reaper of the Harvest, the death deity in this world. It looks over to you. You see the eyes flicker for a few seconds, and instead of it breathing any words, its eyes just breathe the words, "Finally free."
She will hear and see that and just smile. Just be like, I'm so glad. Click.
Click.
I will say, if you take the picture, when you see those words, as the Polaroid pulls out the picture, there's actually a bit of a blue hint in the eyes instead of the normal, red flash that we used to get with photos.
And that's usually what happens with corpses. So yes, that makes sense.
An unnatural blue, think of Brave's will-o-wisp blue.
Oh, so what my eyes look like.
Yes. Okay.
You
Yeah,
bright
so I'll
lord
get-
just dropped. Okay.
That's why they're called bright.
Yeah.
Because their
Oh,
eyes
no,
look like the dead.
Because of the blue glow.
That's
Yeah.
Jolene lore. That's not me lore. I'm so sorry. I have green eyes.
Okay.
DJ.
I stand by what I said.
Darkness. DJ.
Oh, yes.
You're totally fine. Jolene, as you're heading back with your photos in hand, good job, proud of you, no one died.
Ye-
Yet.
DJ, what is your morning routine? It's now close to 7, so you're kind of waking up regularly. If you weren't up already.
So wake up and kind of walk around, sniff the air, trying to follow a certain feeling, a certain thing.
You wake up and stretch, and you take a few seconds, and your eyes adjust. They glaze over for just a second, and you see beautiful lines of blue light dancing, almost as if it was an aurora in the night sky. Some are fainter than others, almost like the scent of a pie in an old cartoon. You slowly walk in a certain direction, and there's always a very strong one at the top of the hill where that lighthouse is, but you don't want to go there for reasons. But there's one in a spot that you weren't expecting, and there's a bunch of cops that are currently seeming to be removing some evidence or something as they're putting someone into a body bag, or part of a person into a body bag. But there's just a residue. The residue that you're familiar with that has seemed to be discarded, as a couple leaves seeming to be covering a part of the road. As you try to get close, the police have put up some of their yellow tape, that definitely, repels everyone that's interested and doesn't, definitely works. What would you like to do?
I'm going to just duck under the tape and start walking closer.
Okay. Just casually, or are you going to try to be stealthy?
Casually.
Casually? Okay.
Like stealthy casually, like I'm supposed to be there.
What is do you look like?
Shaved head, kind of tall and skinny, too loose of clothing.
Definitely the kind of person you want in a crime scene, definitely.
Yeah.
One of the officers looks over and says, ma'am, can you please, behind the tape?
Oh, yes, of course. What happened here?
Unsure at the moment, ma'am. Someone has passed away. If you'd please just get behind the tape. This place is going to be cleared up in a second. We're just going to get a cleaning crew in here, wash it down. The bus has been delayed, and we'll notice that you have not noticed the bus. Typically, it comes by, and the bus driver will say hello to you when he's having a cigarette break in the morning. I don't see him today. Apparently, there's been a delay.
What are they using to clean it up?
Power wash, ma'am. And he kind
Would
of
I know
gently
if that
puts
would
his
like
hand
get
on you.
rid of the?
It 100% will. It will be sent down to the drain. It does not last for very long, but it does at least 24 hours is when it lasts before it.
How long until the bus is here?
15. I don't know, 15 minutes, ma'am. But please, and he takes a hand and gently pushes you to behind the tape.
Just gonna gently go and like try to sneak around to the other side.
Okay. Roll me a manipulate. Not an act under pressure, or a cool, if you would.
Okay, let me get to mine.
Unless you would like to try roll magic to make yourself a little more stealthy, because that is something you can do instead.
I'll roll for cool.
Okay.
So 3, 4, 5.
That is a failure. So you get to mark an experience point, which is good. That means your character will be able to level up faster than everyone else. But that's also bad because you failed. You are trying to go around and you step on a black cat's tail. It freaks out and everyone looks at you and they say, "Hey, beat it." They say, "Beat it, junkie." Not being very nice. Mind you, none of these men have had their coffee yet, or they've had their 4th cup and they no longer care about people. Do you blue skidoo out of there before they try to detain you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, you don't have to be so rude. It's just trying to. Never mind. And like, look towards the lighthouse and just kind of like slink off, debating.
I will say, Jolene, you do hear them talking a little bit, and you do see Deidre scamper off, kind of looking towards the towards the lighthouse, but did not go in that direction.
So she is heading towards the lighthouse.
She is not. She looked towards it, thought about it, and then left it before the cops were being aggressive.
I'm gonna scuttle a little faster back there to give a little warning to our sagey friend.
Mm-hmm. Do you go through the wall or do you walk through the front door?
I walk through the front door.
Okay.
Because I didn't go didn't use the form until I was outside, so I will just use the door.
Okay.
So, can I have done some stuff while this was going on?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So, while Carl is grabbing a sandwich, I assume I don't know how Jolene's thing works. Can Jolene change their clothes?
No.
Okay.
You have clothes that you change out of, but you do not you cannot just like tap and then change your clothes.
No. But like, if they stay here, there would be a stash of clothing somewhere.
Yes. In fact, a lot of people think that you two live together.
Yeah. So, Sage would be like, Carl, give me a sec. I got Minerva wiping down some stuff in the other room, and I think I just heard something knock over. And because after Carl has said, "Hey, here's the person I saw, and it's exactly the person that left and is definitely coming back," Sage would be trying to find ways to queue up to this person to maybe change some clothes so that you're not exactly the same person. Keep some heat off you. And so I think what Sage is going to do is probably climb their way up to wherever, instead of going to Minerva, they're going to climb their way up to wherever Jolene would keep some of their clothes, and like toss a different flannel out the front of the building, or something. I don't know how to signal this, so they're like trying.
Just yeeting at them as they're coming back.
Yeah.
Something.
Like you see me like walking like past like through the window, and you're just like fuck.
If I can see them, I would throw it at them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Jolene, you're just walking in a shirt hits you in the face.
You should just look through the window. And then she'll like go around the building.
You know Carl. He's off.
Oh.
He's trying.
Yeah.
He's a good
Damn.
boy.
But yeah, so I'll go around, ditch the flannel, and come back in through the front door.
And that's about the time I think that Sage is back down. Good news, nothing was irrevocably broken. Yeah. Morning, Jolene.
Morning. I have the roids, the Polaroids, the pictures. Hi, Carl. Or wait, no, Carl's in a different room, right?
No, Carl will be in the.
Oh, okay.
In a different
Then
room.
yeah, Minerva's in a different room. Hi, Carl.
I've spread people about this place.
I'm in a room.
Join his coffee. Sorry, coffee.
Woofy. as I'm going there and be like, I'm gonna go find Minerva. But I did want to let you know, when I was getting these pictures, I saw Dee scavenging around the crime scene. So just a heads up, just in case.
He is kind of the last thing we need this morning.
It's a full
It's been-
house already, ain't it?
It's been rocking and rolling. Carl is dealing with some stuff right now. Carl says they may have seen somebody glitching through the ground.
Sounds like one of the projectors that you have out there.
That could be. That could be
Yeah.
one of the for the tourists. Carl,
Yeah.
you know about the stuff we set up for the. I'll have to check on some maintenance for those.
Yeah. How you doing, Carl?
For the record, Carl described this ghost, and you seemed concerned, not, oh yeah, that's one of mine.
I would
'Cause
like
you
both
did
of you to
open
roll
all
a.
of this with, are you supposed to have a ghost today?
I will say, to your point, Carl, Sage, I need you to roll me a manipulate someone. And I
Yeah.
will give you a +1 because Jolene was helping.
Perfect. I love that.
If you want, I can also roll 2.
Also, I can talk to ghosts.
It's true.
Why
It's
are
very
you
true.
gaslighting the one person who would know?
because
You know what? That's true. I mean,
it's not my secret to tell.
Also true.
well, actually, Carl's been coming around for a while, right?
Yeah. That doesn't mean he's aware that you're a ghost. This place,
Let's
it's
see.
the evil. There's so many ghosts.
So that is an 8. So, manipulate someone on a 7 to 9, they'll do it, but only if you do something for them right now.
Yes.
That's like gatekeep girl boss.
So my question is, Carl, how would you respond to this complete tone change from Sage to make it feel believable for you?
I mean, I see stuff all the time. I mean, he seems pretty confident, so yeah.
I mean,
sounds right.
It's malfunction. It's not supposed to be out during the daytime. That's why I didn't think about it the first time.
Yeah,
You know?
I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, so one of them. Yeah, did I ever tell you how I got those images?
No, I don't think you did.
There are these websites.
Uncle Sage, how long am I supposed to dust these things?
As you're explaining
can help you.
the World Wide Web to the shell shock victim.
Listen, I don't mess around with that internet stuff. I heard it's gonna pass. Like it's not gonna go anywhere.
I don't know. I've been looking at quotes to get the lighthouse hooked up.
Jolene, you are able to bring Minerva their camera.
Hey, sweetie, here you go.
Hi.
I got the camera, and here are the pictures. I was able to keep them tucked in my pocket. And I did the wave
The way.
for you.
Thank you. And I'm gonna like just kind of go pop through them, see if
It's not pleasant. The
I
pictures are
doubt-
decent. I will say that they were covered with a cloth. Doesn't help with the jam spill, if you catch my drift, though. Something that was weird. As you're looking at some of the photos around the blanket, there's a distinct bluish, almost like light blue, like quartz powder that is just kind of sprinkled around it as if someone was trying to put down some antifreeze, like ice, and then poured water on it to kind of give it that like weird blue color. It's maybe 60, 70 degrees now. There's no reason for that to be there, nor would
Yeah.
it still be, frozen.
Still be, yeah.
it's a the first thing you're able to detect. Another thing you're able to detect with one of the photos, you also do see Deidre, in one of them in the background.
Oh, hey, Aunt D.
You're muted, Darkness.
Probably intensely staring towards that like blue stuff, just like eyes locked on it.
Was it like cold last night?
It was a bit wet last night. I mean, during the day, but it wasn't terribly cold. It maybe got down to 70. It's late August.
Yeah.
It's the last week of summer, like last
Yeah,
weekend.
so it's still good amount of heat.
Yeah.
Even during the night. This looks weird. Why would there be... I know this is weird, but did he get any of this stuff? And I'm gonna point at the blue stuff.
I didn't, but I'm assuming that they're not gonna clean the street for at least a little bit. It takes some time to get cleaners out there. Once they clean up a crime scene, we can go in like an hour or two once the crowd disperses.
Maybe. Toby. He is grumbling. He doesn't like this new setup at all.
Flying. Sucks to suck.
Sounds like a bitch.
So perfectly timed. Toby is a paid actor.
I banged my shin on my desk. My light fell over, so I had to go pick it up. I'm sorry. Let's continue.
His face. Face. Job. Days.
Are you good?
No, I'm having a stroke.
Did you actually take the green one? Do you need a number
I'm not
12?
doing well.
Do you need a 12, Brev?
There we go. He stopped. Anyway, this just seems so weird, right? Like,
Was a little weird, and I didn't see anything in the sewers either, which was also a little weird. Like there was nothing there.
To the sewers.
I needed to take an alternative route to circumvent the crowd.
I mean, fair. I guess.
I guess this is the age of Ninja Turtles, so everyone believes that there's no actual locks on the manhole covers. So yeah, never mind. Can carry on.
You just think it's a whole bunch of pathways down there.
I'm just really crafty.
And strong. Those things are like 80 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah.
Oh, what do you think? You were over there. Were any of the cops like being hinky about, or confused, or say anything?
Brett's light just went out again. I was just about to ask him a question about it too. I'm gonna say that they were definitely stumped. That's a poor word to use.
Did they know
they
where
were
her bottom half was?
I didn't see any trace of it at all. It was really like I know it's weird, but it's definitely unusual. Because of the blanket over it, I couldn't tell exactly how she was magic tricked. Cut and cut. But yeah, it was. There was a lot of blood. But otherwise, everyone kind of just looked confused, and they were just wanting to get it off the street so that way they could, get everything back to like normal or whatever normal is these days.
Yeah, I guess.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I mean, like, I went to sleep, and then I woke up, and suddenly everything's weird. I don't know if I'm processing.
That tells me
this.
everything I need to know. Did she have like friends in this area, or like any places that she liked to hang out? Because I mean, when did you get that? You said you got that call really early this morning, right?
Like 5.
That'd be about the time that some of the bakeries are probably opening up and probably saw it. Knowing you guys, there are a couple of bakeries that are there. On the main downtown area, which you guys are kind of at the end of. And that's probably like to answer her question though, and for you to tell Minerva, she's actually from Maine. Her family is pretty well off up there, and she was just coming down here because she wanted to go to school. Or be close enough to go to school in Boston, but not have to pay the Boston rent prices.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I'll just pass that on. Not a whole bunch of connections. Mostly kind of comes in for school, leaves during breaks.
Yeah.
Well, obviously she was back in town. I mean, you know when she came back anyway.
Yeah.
You know, we could ask the bakeries and see, like, are there any 24-hour bakeries that the students go to? Because I know that there are some summer classes that people do. And I'm sure, you know, libraries are boring and sleepy. So, I mean, a bakery would be cool if there's any 24-hour ones.
Maybe. At the very least, we can know if anyone else was out and about. Yeah. I'm gonna go.
I mean, if you,
Hmm?
I mean, if you want, we could do it together.
You want to ride? Or we could walk it.
Yeah. Whatever you're comfortable with. I'm good either way.
Yeah, I got a spare helmet in the back.
Perfect. I mean, since we're just going down the street, I don't need one, so it's fine.
It's fine. Gas is 98 cents right now.
Right.
Oh, so much. They made the gas prices rise again. And it's because the kids are coming back to school, and you know they gotta get.
Yeah, that's why I
their-
stick with the bike, because like it's a little bit less.
Yeah.
But
In the future, I hear gas prices will get as high as $2.
that sounds insane.
Who said that?
Who's that?
Carl, take your medications.
Shut up and eat your bagel.
I don't like the red ones.
Hi
At least
there.
they're not the blue pills. Question.
I don't.
Everyone knows Carl. Everyone knows
Oh, does everyone know Carl?
Carl's one of those people you're like, oh, hi, buddy. How are you doing?
Oh.
Carl and Sage are friends, by the way.
Yes.
So
Hi, Carl.
Hi.
What brings you in, buddy?
Oh, I thought I saw someone. He was the things, the ghost things. It's fine.
Oh, you're yeah. Okay, your thing.
No. Sage said it was the projectors.
Oh. Okay.
yeah, I think there's one malfunctioning. I'll have to give it a
Yeah.
look.
Does
He does
Minerva
have
know
hologram. He does have projectors that will pop up random images during his nighttime tours. He does.
Okay.
I'm assuming you start them at like 6 p.m. and then do them at the
When it
night to make them
gets
extra spooky. Yeah.
Okay.
Scrolling.
Which, yeah, like Carl just like no filter says anything. So like his stuff is very public knowledge. And outside of this group, to everybody else in the world, he's just crazy.
I mean, to be fair to Minerva, it's just crazy too. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna let, Ankle Sage know I'm heading over to, go check with the bakery, see if maybe any of them saw anything, or if they have any cameras they're willing to let me look at.
So yeah, we go.
Are you going to respond, Sage, or?
Oh, sorry. I was.
You disassociated there for a hot
They
second
left
there.
real quick. Yeah, they clocked out for a hot second.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't understand any of what just happened.
Oh, buddy. Minerva just told you that they were gonna go talk to the bakeries and stuff like that are close by, to where the body was found and all that. See if there's like any cameras or anyone who was there overnight, maybe saw something.
I mean, we can always take the spookmobile. Yeah, what? I mean, if we're taking a Carl, you want to ride back? It sounds like running may have taxed your system a little bit too much.
Yeah, that'd be great.
We just give everybody a ride.
I'm gonna, as great. What is real quick? What does the spookmobile look like? Because I would know this most definitely, right?
Yes.
It's an old short school bus that has been repurposed with Sage's spooky tours written on the side in hand painted lettering.
See, my mind was like Ecto 1 as a school bus.
It 100% has, instead of like the balls at the back of it, it's two skulls that just kind of bounce back and forth. It's meant to look spooky.
It's great for the tourists. They love it. They eat this shit up.
I mean, this is a little
super
free truck
generous.
nuts.
I am going to, however, I have my bike, right? So I can just.
Yeah, but you can't take three of us on the bike. And
that is true. I can meet you over there.
You know that she's embarrassed to ride in it. You know.
Are you
it's
embarrassed
big and bulky.
Of me?
Not of you. Not of you. Very specifically, of your car.
To be fair, it's that you have the suction cup spiders on both sides of the window, and sometimes the ones on the outside fly off.
It's not my car. It's the spookmobile.
And the spookmobile is great when it's sitting still and not doing anything on the road near me. I love you. I hate it.
Kid. I saw the way you...
Oh.
Come on.
It just cut me.
Actually, I will say this, Carl, when you walked over, you did notice that there's some fresh new cuts in the paint job of the motorcycle.
That's fine. It's fine. I can buff that out. Why don't we just walk? Why don't we can just walk. It's like just right there. We can just walk. Walking's good.
You know what? The weather is beautiful outside.
Right. It's the end of summer. It's not too hot.
Exactly. And Sage, it's been a couple days since you've been outside. Let's be real here.
It's been a few days since I've been outside. It's been off property is
Thursday.
Different than outside, okay? Plus, there are projects to be worked on.
Come on.
This lighthouse isn't gonna fix itself.
I did just bring over some fish, and Sage cooked that on the grill day before yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cooking on the grill outside is different than going out on the town.
Well,
you do need to interact with like people. Not your.
He interacts with people all the time.
Not your tourists or your looking at some weird oddity that they have hung up on the wall collections.
But
It's definitely a jug of liquor somehow, but it's shaped like a spider, just a giant spider.
Wait, what?
Not that I'm being
Everything is spiders.
This oddity?
just a random oddity.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's one of those old cologne bottles in weird shapes, but they filled it with alcohol.
That's almost better.
100%.
Look, I mean, if you guys want to walk in, that's fine. I was gonna have to get supplies anyway, so I'll just meet you in town. Just drive by myself. I'll be fine.
You can take Carl.
Okay,
Guess we'll
so
take Carl.
the ride is not a thing then. That's fine.
And Carl, if you wanna, come on, Carl.
Just let him one of. I mean, I'm not gonna be in the car alone with this guy.
just me and Carl.
Just you and Carl. Great.
All right.
D. The police leave. You finish your munching. Everyone kind of scatters. Now nothing interesting is there. There's still a little bit of that residue that is shining over, and the residuum or residual effect, not residuum, brain, is
show.
what?
It's a wrong show.
Yeah.
I was saying the same thing.
Is still there if you'd like to try and snatch it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna go up and just like
Okay.
licking it up, basically.
So nonchalant.
Nonchalant at all.
As you are intaking it, unfortunately, the spook wheel drives past, and Sage, it's not difficult to see Deidre on the side of the road, looking what looks to be like blue powdered sugar just off the ground next to where a corpse near was, because they're, well, this is where the the police vehicles were, apparently.
Does D have a ride?
Doesn't look like it.
They just stop the bus. All right, Carl. Are you seeing that too?
Yeah, I was gonna ask.
We're
If
seeing
you
the
saw.
same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Long time no see, D. Sage is gonna walk out of the bus.
Sage. It's been a while.
What's-
I haven't seen the Spitmobile out like that.
Well, there's a lot to be done over at the lighthouse. You know, keeps me busy. What about you?
I've just been around. There's
Your head is clearing, and you're beginning to feel a bit of clarity as you're taking the last bit of the residue. As you're taking the rest of it in, it's not a lot, I should say. It's less than maybe like a measuring half cup. But your eyes kind of calm down, and you are not so jittery.
D, I gotta ask, because you know I want the best for you and all, but Scott just sniffing around a crime scene.
It was quite a strange crime scene. The you see, I saw the body, right?
You saw it with a tarp on. You did not see it, but you could tell by how they had to position things. It was not a full person, or it was a very small person. Whether it be child or,
like, so early in the morning, and they had to slow the bus and the bus is usually here. So why was the person there long before the bus? It doesn't make any sense.
That didn't tell me what you're doing out here, D. Or crime
Carl.
scene did.
As you're explaining this to us, you're having this conversation. Carl,
Yeah.
around Deidre, it looks like they're on fire. Like the back, think of like the Elmo meme where he's sitting up here like this. There's a bunch of fire behind him and in front of him. It looks like there is a perpetual blue fire that's spinning up towards a tornado that is just pulsating off of DD every time she breathes or moves.
I'm gonna poke my head out and be like, Sage, is the fire there?
Oh,
No.
buddy.
No, it is not. Also, before you answer, Carl, could you give an explanation to what that might be or why you can see that?
Yeah, so Carl has the sight. So on top of personal issues where he sees things that aren't, he also sees things that are but shouldn't. So I can see the invisible and especially like spirits' magical influences. I can also communicate with the dead, and the spirits that I see can give me opportunities to spot clues when investigating a mystery.
I'm gonna say Jolene does not know that, which makes it even funnier to me.
I will say, similarly to D, you are actually able to see the constant blue aurora lines, the strings of the marionette. Which doesn't make any sense, because when you explain it to people, they say, are you referencing, like, the folklore? And, like, they'll bring up that deity, because that is the kind of the same way people talk about, like, Greek or Norse mythology. They're one of the old gods that no one worships anymore. But you're seeing whatever that is.
Please. Yeah. It's there.
D, you also know Carl. You guys were all very, very close.
Hello, Carl.
Is there a reason Carl would think you're on fire?
I have honestly no idea. Maybe it has something to do with the crime.
Did you do the crime? No.
No,
that's
no.
Not like that.
Not
But I
like
guess
that,
like
yeah.
that too. That's important. Did you do the crime?
I did not do the crime.
Okay, that's better, at least.
I've been
I love Carl.
I've
I
been
love
meaning to
him
check
so
in on you.
much.
Have you now? Didn't quite
peop-
seem that way.
Oh, I mean, I don't know where you work or you live, or I stay in one place mostly, but people in town tell me when they see you. I'm saying some weird things.
I'm just following the strings. My strings of life.
Strings of life. Look.
You said I was specifically looking at your strings.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going that way.
I will say, for both of you, there are a lot of strings that are attached to the three of you because of your connections, but not also because of who you are as characters and people. Sage, yes, he also kind of looked like he's always on fire, but for Deidre, it's here and there due to addiction. But we're not going to get into that.
Same though.
But yeah, okay.
So, I mean, somebody died here. We don't. I mean, it could be a wild animal or something. You don't really want to be around here by yourself right now. I'll give you right back into town.
There's an
How's-
open cedar 12.
I'm gonna look to see, are there any strings kind of leading towards town?
Yeah, there are a couple of places that have creatures that are civilized enough and have good enough disguises to be humans. You can interact with them. You can't, nom them, but you will be able to just kind of get a general vibe off them that will satiate your hunger.
Hunger.
I will say, Sage is concerned about D here. Can I go ahead and I'm not sure if this would be better for read a bad situation or investigate a mystery for this, but I'm curious about learning some more information about because this was a danger. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only question I think that would apply here, or two, would be: are there any dangers that we haven't noticed, or what is the best way to protect the victims? Those are the two questions I feel like that are applicable in this situation.
Perfect. Let's see what we got. Oh, that is not going to be great. That's a sharp roll.
Yes.
Woo! That's a 5.
Experience points.
Heck yeah.
Okay, you're trying to calm down enough to have a conversation with your ex-wife, but the emotions are still too raw, and also your friend saying that there's fire surrounding your partner, and then they're both talking about different strings, and both of them are. There's a lot going on right now, and also you have your niece who's coming up relatively quickly now. And it's just a lot going on. You're not able to focus enough to try to get a feel or a vibe check.
All right, you're acting weird. I'm gonna head out of here. If you want to ride, this is your last chance.
Yep.
Yes, I will take a ride. No, don't eat it. Sorry, my cat was trying to eat
Sorry, I couldn't help it.
Yum, yum, yum.
This is so perfect.
Sorry, I couldn't help
I-
it. Just, oh my gosh, I love it.
Literally, like, this is what I'm trying to eat. No.
Is that?
Bleh.
It's a very soggy cat toy.
What's left of what I'm guessing?
It's a small one. It's just, yeah. I wouldn't say I'm acting strange. This is normal for me. This has always been normal. You're the one who's acting strange.
This was not normal.
Anyway, Carl, why do you think I'm on fire?
Mostly because of the fire.
Mostly because of the fire.
You know exactly.
You mean, why do I, like, are you asking what I think the cause is?
Yes.
Oh. I don't know.
Because normally, don't you just see people that aren't there? Not really.
Well, no, I can, like, I mean, I see a lot, but it's not always, like, the people. Sometimes it's the stuff, you know?
But it's usually not associated with someone you know, right?
Well, I mean, Sage is on fire a lot. That's why I didn't think it was weird. I mean, it's weird that it's happening now, but it's not weird that it happens, you know?
Strange. What brings you into
I saw
town? You don't have.
his eyes melting the other day. That was weird, because that doesn't happen.
By
Who's
this
that?
I mean-
point, the two walkers have caught up to this conversation at that sentence.
Why are people on fire? No, it's
Why
Carl
are
saying
eyes
it. Never mind. Hi, Aunt D.
Oh my goodness. Minerva, it is so nice to see you. What brings you into town or out of town?
You're standing where my friend died.
Oh,
She was sniffing where your friend died.
Do I know about because after you guys split up, would I have?
It depends, because I mean, they both live in the same town still, because it's expensive to move.
Yeah.
So who would you want to spend more time with? Like, that's up to you.
I mean, considering the first run to was Fungal.
I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. You can have that person that you don't really talk to, but like shit's going down, I'm gonna go see them first.
Yeah, because I mean, obviously there's some embarrassment slash like, but he does have comforts. It looks like versus why D might not. Doesn't mean he's not close. Does not mean that Minerva is not close to D. So it's up to you, and that's something we can discuss on break. Because we've been going out for a little bit, and I think it'd be wise for us to refill water, go to bathroom, stretch. I hope you all do the same.
Get ice cream.
Get ice cream if you want ice cream.
Sounds so good.
You'll
We'll be back.
This ice cream.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Take care, friends.
we'll be back.
I know that the paranormal is real. Listen. The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? Is it that the paranormal is real? It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? I know that the paranormal is real. Listen. The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? I know that the paranormal is real. Listen. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? I know that the paranormal is real. Listen. The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? I know that the paranormal is real. Listen. The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it? The paranormal is real. It is real. The paranormal is real. Is it?
Hi. Real
What
quick,
are
before we
you-
actually jump back into the show, I just had something I wanted to talk to you guys about because you're all really cool and you're here. First of all, thank you to those of you that have followed us tonight. We're really excited about that. And on that note, we're super close to hitting 50 followers, which is really important on Twitch because that's when you hit affiliate and you can start doing really cool stuff like channel points and stuff like that. When that happens, we have a big announcement. I'm not going to give you any more information than that. Just know that some stuff that we've talked about coming is coming.
Mm-hmm.
So keep, share with your friends, talk to us, talk about us, do all the cool stuff because we've got plans for you.
Thank you, Rev. So, as a reminder, Minerva. Apparently, people are on fire, or Carl claims people are on fire.
Carl claims a lot of things, to be fair.
That's true. And you were trying to decide what your relationship with Deidre is.
Yeah.
Your aunt Deidre.
I think I am blood related to Sage.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's less of a whenever I see her, I interact with her, but unless I see her, it's not really a,
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, probably the whole sniffing the ground for things not exactly on the things I know about.
Drugs.
Though I definitely
will-
probably know about the addiction side. Just
I
not
will say,
what she's addicted to.
both for Dee and for Carl, the one person out of the five of you, Minerva has no sort of strings or anything attached. They look so unbelievable. Like, it looks like a scene out of like a Western where like, it's
So
here!
normal.
And it's just nothing. It's just a void of empty space. Rather mundane, if you will.
Ooh. Quick question, potentially just cool flavor text,
Mhm.
if I may ask. Would Jolene's strings be free floating and cut?
Yes, if anyone would go around her, they do seem to dip around her as if there's some sort of... something is stopping her from being connected to the rest of the world. Because everyone does have some sort of strings that the marionette, the god of magic, has some sort of pull or draw on.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Good to know. I just wanted to ask.
Jolene, I just love the way that you're not like
Sorry.
super tied down to the world.
It's really
You're
convenient.
just like so aloof and like unattached.
It's actually really convenient, honestly.
Is that why you just
Yeah.
kind of partially live in Sage's lighthouse? Or,
Yes.
Did Deidre know about that?
I missed all of it because my dog was barking so bad,
Oh,
bad that I didn't hear anything.
Your former niece asked if that part of the reason why they're so aloof is the reason why they live with your ex-husband in their lighthouse. I don't know if you knew about that detail.
Well, I mean, you do now.
your ex-spouse. I don't think it's husband specific, correct?
It's
They are
not.
very, very much non-binary.
Apologies, yes. Ex-spouse.
Yeah,
Wow.
Brett's been doing it all night. I meant to correct him on break, but I forgot.
I'm so sorry. I'm gonna just stop
dare
talking.
Oh, buddy.
You're okay.
Well, game's
It's not
over,
a huge
guys.
deal. I just wanted to correct it before it became a habit.
To be
Yeah.
fair, I don't correct people with myself all the time, and Mal does. Like, fucking ally.
I really had to think about which fingers I needed to put up. I'm not gonna lie. I was like,
There's only one that matters.
You guys head to the bakery.
The bakery.
You guys go into the bus or not? That is up to you. It's not a terribly long drive from here, even though
I refuse to step foot in that bus.
Oh, come on.
I have a bike for a reason.
You walked here. Get in the bus.
I'm not getting
Stay
in the bus.
together.
No.
I want to know more about this living situation.
I'm just gonna
Did it
look
happen?
over at Sage and Joe, like, oh.
I mean,
I
can talk about what's going on in my house if we're talking about what's going on in yours. Or do you want to dodge that question again?
I
You've been
didn't
good at
dodge
that.
anything. I haven't been dodging anything.
I'm gonna like lean over to Joe.
Bless
Anyone
you.
else feel like their parents are divorced and we're just kind of stuck in the middle of it?
I more feel like the awkward, like, accidental third party.
Guys, mom and dad are fighting again.
Uh-huh.
You know what? I could really go for a bagel. Let's go.
I'm
I'll kill
sorry,
you.
what?
I'll kill you.
Jolene says bagel. Let's all talk about that.
Bakery.
So glad that worked. Oh, that was
Listen, I don't care how they say it down there in New York. It's
Noisy.
it's wrong.
Wrong. Anyway,
So.
bakery, we go. I'm walking. I'm not getting in that bus.
No, get in the bus.
Am I about to get kidnapped? Because that's about the only way
Yes.
you're getting me on that bus. God fucking damn it.
Get in the bus. I need
You
to
want
know
me to kidnap
what your
them?
roommate was doing here. It's really early and there's
They went out last night.
signs of stuff
Correct me
around
if I'm
that.
wrong. They went out last night to what?
Just enjoy the last few days before summer break.
Yeah, they were just kind of out and about. I'm
But
guessing
the bus
I'm being
wasn't running.
dragged onto the bus at this point. We're taking off.
Yep.
So I will say one thing that is
Emerald
interesting
now.
about this bus is that Sage has installed seatbelts, and especially now that Minerva's on the bus, they're gonna be real lame and real safe, because they need to be a good role model for this youngin. And so they're gonna do the thing that parental figures do, where this vehicle isn't moving till everybody's seatbelt's buckled.
From behind.
They can honk at me all day.
I should have.
You did park a bus on a busy street.
buckle.
Side of the road. Buses stop on the side of the road all the time.
Yeah,
Well,
not
I
ones
will,
that look like that though.
I will
That's their
put the seatbelt on and then like look and see if anyone's looking at me, and then if no one's looking, I'll let it phase through me.
Carl will have buckled the seatbelt behind him. And then we'll look over and see the seatbelt behind Jolene and be like, same.
Yeah, that's cool.
Back in your day, if you didn't go through the window at least once during a bus ride, it wasn't a real bus.
I
You
guess
all are
I'm
Especially
buckling
hitting
so
the ceiling.
fucking- I ride a
Car
motorcycle.
safety is
I
important.
drive a
Wear your
motorcycle
seatbelt.
every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who let her do that?
Does that not have a
I let
seatbelt?
myself do that. I bought my bike myself. Thank you.
They're so dangerous. You
Have a
might
helmet?
hurt yourself.
We agree on something at least.
Ew.
That's gross.
Can you guys go back to fighting?
Does your motorcycle not have a seatbelt?
No.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, why are we going to the bakery?
Do you mean the one that's like 2 stores down?
Right, like we.
What if it's a walk to?
I mean, they did run. I take it back. It's not two. It's not 2 buildings down. It's a good street. Like there's an intersection you guys have stopped at. There's a stop sign. And this place is the downtown area, so it is still relatively busy.
The downtown area has a stop sign.
You guys
We're
are
in a
getting
metropolis.
yes. Give me a second to explain, please. This is an older part. This is the old downtown. They have not need to put a stop sign in here because people that work here live in this area. And if people are going through here, they're taking via bus or they're taking other means. There's not that much traffic here during the day, especially at 8:15 in the morning.
We're also taking the bus.
You are also taking a non-federal bus, yes.
Where are we going to park said bus?
That is a great question.
Sage has some places.
In the woods?
No, Sage has had this bus for like a full, I don't know, 6 months to a year now, I'd say. And they regularly will drive through town and stop for long periods of time as they do their ghost tour. So they found some parking spaces throughout town, I think.
You got a parking meter that you gotta feed, but yeah, easy enough to find a parking spot. It's an old bakery. It has been recently renovated, so it doesn't smell like mold anymore. It's got a very much mom and pop shop sort of vibe. And you go in there, and to everyone, with the exception of Minerva, the person here would best be described as a lich.
Oh.
They are mostly a skeleton with a few bits of flesh. They both have no eyes. And their spouse, which you do not see, is also a creature that is not human.
Has Carl been in here before?
Yes. And
this is normal?
This is 100% normal. If you say anything about it, they just nod and they put an extra slice of cheese in your deli sandwich.
Like, the ones that he's used to, he's fine with.
Yeah.
The weight loss is doing great.
It tilts his head and its jaw kind of unhinges as it does a laugh, which to you it just looks like the old man tilted his head and laughed, Minerva.
You're, it kind of... Good job.
What can I do for y'all? Oh, good morning. Whole party.
Unfortunately.
There.
I have friends today.
You do? Did you come in here for your usual, Carl?
Yeah. Well, no, I ate
okay.
at the lighthouse.
What can I do for you, Sage? You have more posters to put up for a new special for the last bit of your, busiest time of the year, or what can I do for you?
I think we're good on posters for now. I think we're looking to start with I think a pick me up. The black coffee back at home just isn't hitting it. You mind getting a red eye with a little bit of hazelnut on top, and maybe whip.
I get you whip.
You should cut back on that.
It's
the doctor.
Black coffee and whipped cream. It's fine.
Your doctor talked about it before.
Anything for you, D?
Just some tea. Black tea. Breakfast.
Of course.
English or Irish?
Anything else for anyone?
Could I just get some, mustard in a cup with hot water?
Please don't. Please
Are you
don't
meaning
do that.
tea with some honey in it?
No. I want the vinegar. It's good for your sinuses.
Roll me a manipulate someone check. Roll me a charm.
That's a total of 5.
5, that is a failure.
I would like to point out
Experience.
I have a negative modifier.
You can do it. You can take an experience point, or you can use one of your luck if you really want your mustard and hot water.
Yeah, I'm gonna use some luck.
Okay. For
Wild
those of
choice.
you unaware with this system, you have a finite amount of luck, which gives you a critical success. when you run out, your character is basically on death row. Because as soon as you fail something, your character is probably definitely going to die.
He really wants his mustard water.
All right, man.
I just had questions.
Yeah, sure. Minerva, right? It's good to see you here.
Yeah, the scene outside. You don't happen to have, cameras facing out there?
Yeah, I mean, our daughter was here recently, and she's just demanded that we put them up because, 50 years, yeah, we got some cameras, but I can get the footage for you real quick if you want to come back here real quick.
Yes, please, yes, please.
Yeah, but first things first, and he hands you 2 gloves, just so if in case you touch anything, you don't ruin any of the dough.
I have another question.
Yes, D.
You were here. You guys obviously come in early, and you
Yeah,
live
we
here.
live upstairs.
There was some residue by the body.
What is there now?
Did you see anything, or hear, or feel?
I don't want to get to roll anything. That's not how this game works. Ugh. You also may roll to manipulate someone. He said, "I'll be right back," and he's going to take Minerva out to the to where the new computer system is, where he's got the camera. It's in black and white. It's a little spotty.
It's fair.
But you see around 11:30, your roommate's going through. A little tipsy. She probably has something to drink. There's a couple bars around here.
Yeah.
Some fun places. You've been there. They're good. She's walking past, and then around 11:40, the camera turns off. But before it does, you see a bunch of other of the lights in the street begin to flicker, and it begins to go static before. And then it turns back on 5 minutes later. All the lights fluttering, then back to normal.
And she's in pieces. Do I
From here, you cannot see where the body is. It's angled enough where you can see her starting to run, but nothing there. She's beginning to look a little. She kind of straightens up a little bit more aware, and
sobers
begins
up real
to.
quick.
Yeah.
Okay. What?
I'm gonna go talk to D. You sit here. Excuse me.
I'm just gonna re-roll that entire thing, seeing if I can get to slow down or anything like that the entire time.
Okay. Nothing really. D, can you roll me a manipulate someone? D, because if there's anything he might be aware of.
That would be a 6.
6. Would you like to use a luck or to because that's another experience point. Mind you, at the end of each job, each of you will get an experience point back. I mean, not an experience point, a luck point. But if you burn through too many of them too quickly, things might go sour or south. But if you want to use a luck,
Yeah, I'll use luck.
okay.
I'll roll again with a luck, right?
You don't roll again; it just automatically becomes a 12.
Okay, cool. Then yeah, I rolled a
Makes it
luck.
look great. Yeah. He walks over and he kind of pulls off his apron and says, "Do I know anything about that?" Now, why do you think? And you see one of the holeless eyes of in his skull begin to glow a little bit. Think I know anything about that?
Because you live here, and you are one of the beings that can leave that
That's why you do come in here for coffee, I suppose. And a coffee appears in front of him with your tea, sorry. And there seems to be a little bit of the residue that you're looking for, sprinkled into the tea instead of sugar.
Yes, that is why you've caught me.
There's plenty of creatures here that could do something like that. And all of your stuff arrives at your table. He doesn't walk it over to you, you don't have to go up to it. It just slowly floats over.
I don't believe that you are the cause of this.
No.
I
If I am going to be
believe-
murdering people, which I don't, I would not be so sloppy.
Yes. So, did you guys hear? Did you wake up? Did you sense something?
There's so
They
many
leave-
creatures that live in this harbor. D. You of all people know that. Now, the way it was murdered, that does narrow it down. But, he does look over to you, Sage. His name is Tony, because why not?
You got to do this to me, don't you?
I do. He is wearing one of those classic little baker hats, by the way. It's not too off the top floopy, but he took off his apron. He's wearing a rather comfortable looking clothes, but very casual formally casual. Especially for a baker. Have you asked your friend?
That was directed towards Sage?
I was directed
Or
towards
was that
Sage.
just- Okay. I wasn't sure if it was looking at Sage, but talking to D still. I don't know much about what you're talking about.
Sure.
But if I had someone to ask, wouldn't you think that I'd go there before coming to see someone, who would be, in
say
a
that-
different position?
Sure. I don't know you well enough to make that assumption. Sage, we're all our own people. You know this. I will say this. That was very primitive. Very violent. Most creatures of that caliber that would do something like that haven't been that violent in 70, 90 years. Oh, sorry, Carl. 7 to 9 years.
I mean, yeah.
How's the mustard?
Good.
Which,
You get that?
by the way, because everybody was looking at him weird, every time he gets a sip of the mustard water, Carl is pushing, like, the way this tastes into everyone else's minds.
I'm so glad I'm not there.
Gotta like cringe like every time, like
Carl, if you could not, I'd really appreciate it.
It seemed
Carl.
like you guys didn't, I mean, yeah.
I mean, I've had mustard before.
I don't even like the taste of mustard.
I can't taste anything.
Hand you ghost sandwich like it's Harry Potter.
Ooh.
Ooh.
That poor bread was murdered brutally for you to have a sandwich. I hope you're happy.
Essence of lobster
It's fine.
soul?
Are you saying that it's just toast? Is that what this is?
It could be.
It
You'll
was
never know.
burned alive,
Assimilated.
okay? So look, what would have done this, 70 to 90 years ago or whatever?
There's always creatures that migrate. Summer's ending, so they'd be heading down south. There's always... I mean, we're not terribly far from the woods. There's always lycanthropes that sometimes will get a little too close to civilization. There's always those goofy rumors about things in the sewers. I've never met any rat folk, but I don't think they'd do something like that.
Are they strong enough to do that?
Depends on the rat.
I'm gonna go check on Minerva if that's all right with you.
Sounds
Tony.
good.
Stay away from the cupcakes.
I will make sure not to touch them.
What's wrong
I
with the
won't.
cupcakes?
Joy powder.
I don't know what joy powder is. I don't know if Sage would or not.
So, this baker, like I said, has been around here for a long time. He's the mom and pop shop that everyone goes to, and Zelver says that his pastries and things are magical because he literally has emotion-based dust to get put onto foods to make it taste better. So it gives you a symbolism of nostalgia, joy, sadness, whatever you might need for the occasion.
I mean, you said a
Gotcha.
joy, so.
Yeah, so it's basically and he explains, teacher ordered a bunch for the students and try to make them enjoy the first day of school.
Drugging kids.
Good thought, I think.
He's a lich, I don't think he cares.
That's fair.
I think there was an episode of Glee about that.
Never watched Glee.
I can tell you there was an episode of Glee about that.
But yeah, so Minerva, you're rewinding and going, it's slowing it down. Not really a way you really can on this device.
I know, but it's
Not the
more
way you
of
can
like
nowadays,
stopping it, letting it play, stop, basically.
Mhm.
If they can figure out a way to make that work. And just like watching it as closely as they possibly can. What the heck kills power like this?
I will reach or like put a hand on their shoulder.
Hi, Joe.
Sorry, honey. I needed to make sure you were okay. And as I can see, looks like you didn't find anything.
Power apparently cut for like 5 minutes last night. There was a weird flicker and then power is out and then suddenly they're dead.
I will say, when Tony was doing his little monologue where his eye glowed, the power in here also did flicker for a few seconds, for the record. Just didn't really
Lovely.
bring that up because I was in the middle of doing a thing.
Sounds good.
Does it though?
You know, it's just something that happens, you know, in the middle of the night. The technology gets really weird, and I mean, you know where we live, it gets spooky.
Spooky is abstract and not real. I mean, what Uncle Sage does is showmanship. This is something completely else.
That's kind of what spooky is, though. Spooky is something else. It's the else that can't be explained. I know that I'm kind of in on the gimmick and stuff, but there's a lot out there that you don't know. But come on. We may not be able to touch the cupcakes, but we can smell them.
Why are
Might
they
make you feel
so
better.
good?
You know, they put something special in them. I think it might be true. Come on.
Alright,
So
yeah.
drag you away from the camera.
I just kind of like flop down in the seat whenever I get back to everybody. Well,
It's one of those places that has like a little like kitchen, like a little like sitting area with couches. So yeah, it's kind of like the Friends' coffee shop, if you would, if a similar getup.
Nice.
So, any luck?
Nothing. Apparently power cut last night.
Did it now?
Apparently.
Fizzled. I mean, if you want, we can check the stores next door and see if maybe they have something, but It probably was a power surge that affected the entire block.
A lot
Yeah,
of
the
these
lights were
buildings
flickering.
tend to be on one thing.
This is an old part of town too. Just gonna look over at Sage, like knowing eyes, like
She looked so scared right before. And just like took off running. And then suddenly nothing. And then it's back and she's nowhere to be seen. And probably dead. It just seems
Did she
weird that
have-
it cut right there.
Was there anyone that she knew in town?
Not a whole bunch. I mean, she comes in for class and leaves.
She does have 2 or 3 friends, but no one that
Not-
you would know. Like, she maybe
not
named them
anyone
off once,
I'd-
but
Not anyone I know.
Jolene is kind of just gonna look between the other 3 and just be like kind of like a do we tell her?
I would like to investigate a mystery.
okay.
I can investigate a mystery without needing to actually talk. So I'd like to actually just review what they were seeing as they saw it.
Okay. Do you need a roll for it or no?
I mean, it's the investigate a mystery skill.
Then yes, please roll investigate a mystery. Meh, 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 meh.
7.
7. All right, you get 1 question. You can ask what happened here, and these are the ones that will apply. There are more questions. Where did it go? What is being concealed here? The other
I
ones
think-
don't really.
I think where did it go is probably because that
Okay.
seems to be what they were focused on.
May I do a bit of theater in the mind real quick? All right, so you're sitting there looking at her, and whenever you're used to Carl kind of staring out in the middle distance, especially if it's looking at someone.
And
What you're
looks, like,
unaware of
vaguely
is
around.
that, yeah. What Carl's actually done, as you've given eye contact, he has taken a step quite literally into your mind, and is going over what you are currently going through, which are the replaying of the tape. Unlike you, nor the technology limitations, though, he's able to stop it frame by frame and slowly see what's going on. And because of his ability to see things unseen, even on camera, he is able to detect things that the camera would not, even with invisibility. So, she's a little intoxicated. She came from a bar 3 stores down from this place. The bar, Tony's Bakery was closed. She's coming. She's just walking, and something scuttles. You're kind of doing like a full 360, kind of like spinning around, trying to see if you can fully see everything going on. And a couple of trash cans kind of knock over next to the bakery, next to one of the large dumpsters, which kind of startles her, and she looks, and you see a large shadow kind of stretching out towards where all the lights are, and they begin to flash. She bolts prematurely before she even sees the creature, because you do see a shadow, but shadows are weird. You know that above more than most folk. As she's running, you actually duck and cover, because whatever the thing is, it's massive. It's at least twice your height. You've never really given Carl a height, but it's easily 9 feet tall. And
You guys
about
heard
as
it here, Carl's 4'6".
So Carl's your height.
don't be short with him, Tony. Come on, you gotta be bigger than that.
Which
To be
Tony?
fair, it's
Right.
not that hard to be bigger than that.
And about as wide as it looks like as the front of the bus. It's like the juggernaut basically is charging after. And in that moment of panic, you kind of cover your eyes as you hear the chomp, because no one really wants to look at something like that. As the lights are flickering, it does flee, but not towards the direction of the lighthouse and not the way it came. It seemed to either go left or right. And considering its size, logically speaking, it's going to go one of those 2 directions. You snap back after kind of hyperventilating a little bit because that was scary.
You okay, Carl?
Yeah, did you look down the where the intersection there and off to the side?
Not yet. I mean,
But-
this was stop one. I don't really. I was hoping to get something to go off of, but
Maybe a hot chocolate, dear. Tony says, offering you like a cup of hot chocolate. I remember you coming in here when you're young. You really like it when the whipped cream is mixed in with a little bit of extra chocolate in it.
thanks, Tony.
And then I'm gonna send to Sage. This is what I just saw. So that way you have that information.
You should add a little bit of calm into the chocolate.
He if a skull can wink, it does.
If he could.
Light flickers.
Sage was not ready for gruesome
Trauma.
murder sent straight to your brain. Not gonna lie. So wherever Sage is right now, Sage flinches. Just,
Which is unfortunately a common thing with Carl. Just the
I don't know what
it's
to do
in
with
my
this.
head.
You
It
do
should be in your head.
High school must have been
Hey.
weird
Like,
for
oh,
Carl.
I forgot. Oh gosh.
Did the lights get too bright or something?
not exactly. And I think at this point we've gotten our drinks and
Mhm.
that you're just going to see them because they've got the whip on top. They're just gonna basically hoover it off the top.
Good. Yes.
Sounds about right. Num num num.
And then chug about half the red eye. Oh, that's the shit. All right. Whew. So we've got a direction. Not a lot of information.
What?
Yo, Tony.
Yeah. What up, Sage?
How many of those creatures are like, I don't know, 9, 10, ish feet tall?
Bears? I mean, a lot of them.
No.
Are we thinking this was an animal? Like power cut.
You know what?
It was. Is Minerva back out with us?
Yeah.
Yes.
She has been.
I thought. Okay, so I
That's
thought you
why
were
I
in
didn't-
another
Yeah,
room.
no. He pulled.
That's
he
why I
pulled-
wasn't verbal.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
why I just
Oh.
sent it to you.
Rewind.
This
'Cause
now
I was like-
makes a lot more sense. I
Because
was
in
under the
Carl's mind,
impression-
you're the sensible one, and you're the one whose lead should be followed, so you need the information.
Gotcha. Okay, so yeah, that would not. Nope, we're gonna retcon that because I did not realize. Minerva was
Rewind.
there.
I had a
Just
plan.
throwing the
I
niece
had
into
a
the deep end.
plan.
Just like full serious face, drop the veil.
There's anyway.
He's not wearing a veil. There's nothing on his face. What is happening?
And Tony just literally pulls off his flesh and it's just glitch.
Right before your eyes, the skin just starts peeling and falling off as his jaw unhinges.
Actually, so I think I do think Sage is going to do a different form of this same conversation, but they're gonna be like, let me look up the. Oh, they have those real good Danishes. Yo, Tony.
Yes, Sage.
Is this Danish a little? And they're gonna point a little bit like down the counter.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to tell me about how many of those vicious kind of creatures would you say is like about 9-10 foot tall? You know, and keep it on the low. All right.
Minerva just sitting in the corner sipping on apparently drugged hot chocolate.
It's got a stimulant to make you relax. It's not a drug. You're not gonna get high. You're not gonna die from it. It is literally
just casual melatonin.
Yeah, that's all it is. Except,
Some chamomile,
made.
chamomile spice
It's a
hot
CBD.
chocolate, you know?
Or
Yeah,
whatever.
CBD chocolate.
CBD chocolate. There we go. There we go. There we go.
I actually,
Gross.
I don't want him just to give it to you, but he's already been asked. Manipulate someone has acted a bunch. I want this to be the last roll for this interrogation with Tony. I want you to decide if you think it should be an act under pressure or read a bad situation. It's one or the other.
Oof. Okay.
Because we've already done investigative mystery for this area as well.
Yeah. No, you're totally viable with that. I mean, with Sage,
I know those two aren't your strongest suits, but
no, I'd probably.
They're handsomest.
I'd probably go with read a bad situation. Personally, that's I think a 2-point swing difference.
yeah.
So if I had to pick what's in my favor,
Actually, you also can do your monster empathy if you also want to do that, because he is technically. I already did say though that was manipulate someone has happened. So for future reference, if you were to come across Tony or any other monsters that seems intelligent enough to communicate with, you should do that. Because most creatures in this part of town are deadly powerful, and the reason why those shops never die is because, well, they won't die. You know?
it makes sense.
Those mom and pop shops never, you're like, you guys should have closed like 30 years ago, and they're like, nope, we're still here. You're like, okay.
Do you make any money, or
All of it, apparently.
Like a laundromat in a high. Anyway, so I think if we're doing this read a bad situation is the way to go. Which means it's just a +1.
Yeah.
But that baby is a total of 12.
Hey! You may ask me any questions about the situation, or you can. So for this case, probably what was the biggest threat? Actually, not just listed ones. So you can ask me any question about the situation.
Yeah. So it's one any question, correct? Like.
You may ask the keeper any questions you want about the situation, just not the listed ones.
All right. Oof. This is big.
I will say he will not give you all the information because he does not know everything about it.
No. Yeah, I mean the original question was trying to narrow it down to like 3 or 4 types of creatures that would be big, would be still around and might be vicious enough to do something like this. I know we're not going to get it to one creature probably. So a list of just a functional list, right? Narrowing it down from 1,000 possibilities to a handful would be helpful. But I think I think leaning into I really want to know what's the best way to protect people as well. I do want to actually steal that from the list here.
Well, if it's as big as you're trying to say it is, that could probably be either a lycanthrope of some sort, were-tiger, were-bear, could even be a were-dragon, considering the size of its maw. So silver holy or divinity would help with that. It could be some sort of angry spirit. Something that is gluttonous might be able to rip into something like that. Could be just an ancient could be an ancient just monstrous race like a giant or a troll. But it's hard. There's no real swamps or like places for something that big to hide. Not really. And I mean, to deal with one of those that's different every time. But always best bet fire or holy weapons of some sort. Silver most of the time. And also maybe check the water. It might be a burrow or something like that. It could be. I don't have enough details. I wasn't out looking for it. I was just enjoying time with the missus.
World question.
Mm-hmm.
Lycanthrope has been mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Are werewolves the type of creatures that transform only under the full moon?
No.
Okay.
One like baby lycanthropes, like werewolves, were-tigers, things like that. Yes. Later ones, like if they're just hungry enough, or like if they're not emotionally stable enough, they will just transform. Similar to like the Hulk from Marvel.
Okay.
It's an emotional response or disease because that's what lycanthropy is.
Gotcha. I just wanted to make sure that if the timing was right, then that'd be an easy way.
Hereditary ones are not the ones that require full moon. Ones that have been infected by actual werewolves or ones require a full moon.
Okay.
You would know that because that's common mythology in the world that you guys are in. Like there's a difference between the two.
Okay.
Also could have been a pack of something as well, though. There are plenty of creatures that will try to look more intimidating.
All right. Okay. I would know, Tony, by the way. Is there anything that they would normally really like to have? Like
they love.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I cut you off. They actually do have a very big sweet tooth. They're a sucker for recipes. That's their cling to knowledge as a lich. Recipes specifically with like baking and cooking.
Got it. Okay.
Because I mean, you're not here for the lunch special, but they will they homemade bread bowls, and then they give you a bunch of different soups with the bread bowl.
Okay.
I prefer my bread bowl to just have one soup.
Sounds like a coward. Says Mr. Mustard Water, mustard tea.
Yeah, your soup is just mustard. How about this, Tony? I know you've been eyeing that the new Snoop Dogg cookbook. If you hear anything, any scuttlebutt about this, you let me know. I'll have that ready in my I know our local bookstore happens to have a copy or two. I'll just make sure that ends up in your mailbox.
I would like to point out that Snoop Dogg's cookbook came out in 2018.
There's a second one, I think. Oh, you're right. And this is like 2004.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong.
This would be like.
I appreciate the hustle.
Is somebody else's
her
got
face?
Emerald Lagasse? I don't know. I'm trying to think who would be.
Who's that woman that had that great cooking show that was on for like years? What's her name?
Julia
Martha
Childs?
Stewart?
We're talking about the racist one?
The one that
It doesn't narrow it down, Rev, unfortunately.
The one that
Are
we're
you
talking
talking
about.
about-
Kyle, Martha Stewart,
No.
Barefoot, but
No,
Bautista.
lots of butter. The southern one, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cooking shows. My apologies.
no.
I was about to say,
Quick
you're
chat.
talking about the era of cooking shows. Like,
That is true. That's on me. Insert early 20.
Early 2000s.
Something.
Chef.
Yes, cookbook.
Yeah. I know there's a cookbook you've been eyeing. I'll get
Martha
you that.
Stewart show was on at that time.
Martha Stewart was on. Paula Dean was the one.
That's the one.
That was the butter.
Yeah, Paula's best dishes, or Paula's home cooking.
I mean, you also like Gordon Ramsay at this point, also.
Also, for legal reasons,
It's not.
supposedly
No.
racist.
Right, of course. I will. I mean, I don't do any sort of, I don't. If I see anything, I will let D know.
I mean,
But I will not make any promises, because I am far too old to go picking fights with creatures that are chomping people in half.
I'm not asking you to pick fights with anything, and also if you could keep D out of this, that'd be great.
She's one of our most loyal customers.
Yeah. I don't really want to... Come on, you know our history.
Yeah, I do.
And you think it's gonna make me want to come back and work with you more by making me have to go through her?
Hasn't stopped you in the past. She's in here regularly.
It's a small town. Well, it's a small area.
There's 100,000 people in this town.
Yeah?
Someone who has spent a long time with the missus. Trust me on this one. You think after being married for 400 years you don't have a few disputes?
Did you ever stop being married?
Yes. That's why I have. He pulls up one of his hands. That's why he's missing 3 fingers.
Yeah. I rather like my fingers.
You or me. And not just the bone.
I'm not giving D my hand?
Keep a lookout. You enjoy your Danishes. And he gives you 2 Danishes.
That was... Okay. Thanks. Oh yeah, these are and we'll come back to they'll come back to the table.
So I can, while you've been gone, it's been I can get your mind off the. So
I will say that anytime you try to interact with him during this conversation, Tony the Lich has been pushing your brainwaves away from him so they can have a private conversation.
No, he's been at the table trying to hold things together. He has no idea what's going on, but he's like, yeah, he's just rambling, just fucking out there.
Ask, did Carl was in a situation where he was near Agent Orange? May I ask?
Are you asking if he was in Vietnam?
Yes, yes, I was.
It's your world. Did Vietnam happen?
There were a few rebellions around the world where certain things did happen.
He's only 32. So if anything, it would have to have been Desert Storm.
Yeah, it's true. Or he was a spy.
Even better.
Which
have I once again picked the youngest fucking character?
Yeah.
Oh, by a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna be playing children. Does that count? Not everyone here's a lich.
I mean, I'm not a grandma on this one.
I'm relatively.
No, you're definitely the oldest.
College
so
age.
Jolene is.
You're a dead girl walking. Heather style, even.
Do any of the Heathers walk around after they're dead?
Let's hope not.
In the musical they do.
Yeah.
Actually, no,
that's
yeah, they
interesting.
do because they.
I haven't
they
seen the
haunt.
musical.
It's very good.
The musical's really good.
Really
It
good.
is very good.
I will send you the playlist or the soundtrack because it is so good. I love it.
But so Sage returns. Conversations are had. What would you guys like to do? Or should we call it here?
It is 26.
It is.
Yeah.
We should probably call it here with.
Okay.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very cognizant.
Also, Blood, you were just full on making
you?
noises into the microphone.
When?
Just to say you did it.
Oh yeah. No, it was one of the songs from Heather's.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm going to ask the end of session questions. Anytime we get any of these yes, you mark down an experience point. So, did we conclude the current mystery?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
Did we save someone from certain death?
No.
Yes.
No.
No. Did we learn something new and important about the world?
Yes.
Yes.
I think
I
so.
didn't.
Yeah.
Everyone gets XP. It's not per person. It's everyone. And did we learn something new and important about one of the hunters?
One of them is dead.
Technically,
I would say yes, because this is the pilot episode and everyone is kind of learning about your characters. Things are being brought up and learned as we go. So,
Yeah.
congratulations. If we get 2 yeses, you mark 1 experience.
Okay.
So, everyone got an experience point.
I thought as we mark an experience per yes, and so I was like, "Ooh, we're about the way there."
Man, no, it's 2 per one.
Name.
But thank you to everyone that has come by and joined us on this first steps of this adventure. How is the party feeling?
Good.
A,
I am
a little
clear
on edge,
now.
a little.
Stressed out.
Yeah. Jolene has a inner dilemma of like, do I tell Minerva more about what this world actually is, or do I let them feign innocence?
I am a big dummy. I know nothing, and I'm just following around this group that I trust completely and wholly because they are my friends and they wouldn't hide things from me.
Sweet summer child.
This all feels like a Tuesday for Carl.
Joke's on you. It's Thursday.
Not
He's
sure it's not.
focusing on the
I mean,
next
I made that can. Speaking of Thursdays, though,
hit.
bounce back to that later.
But yes, speaking of what Brightsword said, be sure to join us tomorrow as a couple of the players here will be playing Baldur's Gate in our lovely show called Thirsty Gay Thursdays. Before we officially wrap it up, let's go around the table one last time and be saying farewells and also thoughts on how the game is going. Start at this time with Bright, and then would you hop potato to the next person?
I will. Hi, I'm Bright. I am the keeper's wife. Tonight. And always.
tonight?
Only
But
tonight.
you can only find me here on Roll for Respawn. I will be one of the thirsty gays gaying up tomorrow in Baldur's Gate. But otherwise, Jolene is very much, she's like, I need to tell them. I can't just let them keep being sad and confused on this. And so next session, if opportunity permits, she'll be revealing the truth as much as they will believe to that. But I'm gonna pop it over to this side, which I believe is darkness.
Well, hello. I am Darkness. I am another Roll for Respawn exclusive. And I'll also be there tomorrow, being all gay and shit. D has nothing else on mind except for following the string, following the scent of the blue. And since this creature seems to be leaving residue, she's kind of hopeful they'll make another move and leave some more, hopefully with less blood and less crime scene, but a lot more of the blue that she can get. Also concerned about whether they should be letting Minerva join at all, given that the person's dead, like ripped apart dead.
They do not get to collect the $200. They do not get to pass go. There's no coming back from that either. Even if you could, when you got there, it would have been too late for your magic to actually activate. You might have made an undead on accident if you tried to bring her back.
Dead.
So, yeah.
Dead. Onwards to my other lower screen friends. I gotta do it again. because Jimmy Neutron stuck in my head always.
Oh,
I mean, that's fair. I am Sanguine Rev. You can find me in all the places that you can find me. I occasionally am a part of other people's streams, including other people here. And Carl, yeah, like I said, this all feels like a Tuesday for him. Whether or not it regularly actually does happen like this, like this happens. This is normal. People get torn to pieces by monsters, and then you share them telepathically with your friends, whether they want to see those images or not. And
How are
then
you
I'm
enjoying the game, though?
I'm loving it. I think my favorite comment to come out of chat has been, "Oh, that crossed into sadder than Hellion," which was in reference to drinking mustard water.
Yep, I just saw that.
And I'm going to send it to the person who, from my point of view, is below me, but from other points of view, is above me. Tony.
Ah. So,
Tony is
Sage.
super out of it. Let's go.
Everything's fine. I'm doing great. So, one, I had fun. Two, Sage is very stressed out right now. They were gonna have a day of like working on some things, and then all of a sudden, personal crisis. Gaslight a friend to save another friend. Ex-wife showed up. And apparently nobody likes the things that Sage likes, including the bus. So, it's fine. We're just taking L's all over today. But this is the life. When you're just trying to be the good person to everybody else's travesties.
Yes, Brett.
And it's some. Was there something else that I forgot to answer? Where else? Let's see. By the way, you can find me on TikTok at TonyWillEdit, and then also this Saturday, I've got a crew of people here playing Morkborg. It's brutal. It's gory. It's a blast. People die, and like our player characters die.
Good.
And they had fun dying.
A couple of the players too.
What?
I said a couple of the players too.
Yeah, that's what I said. Player characters die.
No, I think he's saying that like party
Players
members in the
themselves
game. Yeah,
died. Yeah.
I think that's against terms of service. So I'm gonna be yes. I'll be honest.
Only
Off
if it was
camera.
on Twitch, I think. Yeah. But anyway, we didn't kill people on the show that I like people to be on. So yeah, come stop by and see us for that. Yeah, I'm excited for it. Anyway, that's all. Blood is left.
Blood.
I knew somebody was left.
It me. I left. Also Brett, but player character wise.
Play character, right.
Hi guys, I'm Bloodless King. You can find me here on Roll for Respawn and on Twitch whenever I remember that I have one of those. I haven't recently, but I
Me
have
neither.
moved into a new office, so new things. Otherly wise, like they said, I am a part of the Thirsty Gay Thursday. Yay. And then usually I'm on the Wonderarium. I will be in the background talking to people in chat if they want to talk to me while people are getting murdered. Because
Yeah.
emotional support introvert. Otherly wise, yeah, Minerva is kind of just going through it because like nothing is making sense. Why of all the times did it just power surge for 5 minutes while my friend was being murdered?
Who knows?
You know, who knows? Who knows? Also, my family and friends are acting real fucking weird. Don't know why that is. But yeah, no, I completely trust them. Completely. They wouldn't lie to me. Hey, Brett, you want to go?
I would love to. Hello, my name is Just Brett. I have been your keeper for the evening. I had a lot of fun. Thank you all for indulging and letting me tell a story. It's been a while since I've been able to do this, and I am having fun doing so. I stream every day, Monday through Friday. I have been taking a week off, just trying to catch up on some sleep. I appreciate all of you being here. I do believe we're going to be doing a raid to wrap up tonight. But we appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here. We'll be back next week. We'll be back here on Thursday, and we'll be here on Saturday. So many places you can see us. Find us if you want to. Tell your friends about it. We're very close to 50 followers. And Tony, do you have a send-off for us?
Good night.
Good night,
Good night.
guys.
Good luck.
I think we developed one at one point.
I
but I've
love the
forgotten
dead
it.
man stare.
I know, yeah. That's what